Hi, welcome back. We start. We have here the second house in this street there. Looks similar to the first one that we made yesterday, but it is a little bit other windows, other stuff here on the stage. Two of this, and the back is other. So, okay, we try to optimize that like the house before. So that means we Shift D. We copy that house by itself, M to move, and give it to the fifth layer. We go there, that is what we get there. We only let stand the, here we see there are 1000 normal failures, so we select all with A, and then recalculate the normals under shading UV. Now that looks better. And then we delete what we don't need. So edge selection, circle selection, X, dissolve edges. Wow, that was not so good. This one must be stand there, okay. But it leaves. Don't understand it completely. So I take first them, dissolve edges. That is no problem. And here's something wrong. Ah, there are two different ones. Here is something. Yeah, they are not together. And that here, that must be dissolvable. Yeah, that is good. So here the same, but I see here isn't close to, I think. But we first take that what we see we can dissolve. Then we must check what's going on here. Yeah, they are not together. So here we have to join. Wow, we have mystery things there. Why that there is there? Delete edge. Then the whole wall disappears. We will see. So at first we merge that. So that means we go here to word selection and get this point, and this point, and then we say under tools, merge to last point. So we have that. That here isn't needed, so we dissolve this word. Here that should be joined together, so mark both and merge at last. Same we have to do here on the other side. So that, and that. Merge at last. And sure on this side too, but before we look down there, there's all one. With that you can test that good. When you move it, you will directly see is there something else behind them at last. So we see we have here no connection, so we have to do that here too. Merge at last. That here can't be a connection, so we have to merge that all at center. So it comes more and more like it should. There are double words that are don't needed. So here this complete one we can dissolve, so X dissolve edges. Then we take the edge selection and these ones all can dissolve. So now we must be a little bit yeah, vorsichtiger. Dissolve edges, and here too. I think that middle one can leave. Yes, and this middle ones too. Yeah, perfect. That. Yeah. So, but that one we don't need to. That's correct. Good. That one we don't need. That here we need. Here's something wrong that we must clear. I take that away. Good, so we look what we got now. Okay, at first we go back to material mode. We want to delete the windows. The windows all has one color, so we click here. And we see it's Winwood. So we say here select Winwood, and he select all what is done with this Winwood. So we can delete them simply. X delete words. It's gone. Now we want to delete all the stones. So we see here gray stone side. Select them all and then select only them. That is fine. So X delete words. So that is done. So we go on. Now we take again the edge selection there and delete edges. So I go here back to solid mode so I see better what's going up there. Here we close that one with F. Well, that was the wrong one. That front one and that back one. Front one too. This one we don't need, so we delete them completely. Good. Then that here we can close at first and then delete it. I know it sounds crazy, but that is the way. X dissolve edges. Here that we can with L X delete words completely. That here we can dissolve too. Here is some. Good. So we look what's going on here. That is mystery, so we simply take them complete and delete it. Here there is some changes, I think. I think that is the real distance. No, that is the real distance. Okay, so we have to go here. Yeah, and that is wrong closed. So we can take here this face and X only faces. So we have now here an open place, and we can with F close that one, and then we check here is that one or not, and it is one, so that is good. So we can close that with F. Then we see that edges here, we can dissolve them. That here too. Good. We have 1900. In the moment the complete one has 10,000, I think. So that's way too much. So we do that. Or this stuff here. That middle thing, that middle thing, that thing. We only let that what is really needed. I told it you last time, only one cut to the side that is important. On the top and on the down, sure. That you can't dissolve them or crash there. Good. So we see here we have to go a little bit more to the side. And there we have some edges that we don't need. So we have that. Now we want to get here all this stuff to clean that up. So we see here is something that we don't need. There. Don't wonder when it opens some and all the stuff that is all normally. Like dissolve edges, then this one, that one, that one. So now we must look a little bit more. That, and that. We can resolve. That. 2. Yes. That we must stand there. That here is unneeded. That here too. And that one's here too. Good, this one must stand there. I told it before. That is unneeded. One let it stand. Okay, that's okay. Good. So we have that. So I think here now is some open and some close. And something is mysteries here. Here is some loses. Think here must be a cut. So that we have there such like that. And then we have to extrude that face to the back. Good. Now we go on here. There. And we try simply what we can do. And we will see. Good, but we have done a lot. When we dissolve that, I don't know. Then we don't have this. Yeah, okay, so that makes no sense. Think that was it from the optimizing. Only that here can go. But not all. But less word is less word, so. So, look around. The base mesh seems nearly okay, only here's some wired stuff. So because of that we mark now the roof, P to separate the selection, and now we move that roof to the 6th layer, so we have space there to see more. File, save as, we call it last version number optimized, optimized 1. Save. Good. Now we have to check here them. So we select them complete. Best is with background selection, word selection, and then border selection. So we get all, and P to separate the selection. Then we have that, and we move that to the 7th layer, and file, save. We go to the 7th layer, and here we only take the base structure. So only the front and basic edges. That means only that stuff here. On the other parts too. Good, we have that. Now we want to inverse the selection, and then X delete edges. So only that stands there, that's okay. So we take that, and extrude it to the back. Then we get here this part higher. So grab set. Then we delete here the middle lines. Then we close the front, that front, and that. Wow. Then we make it singular. Good. F to close. F to close. Here too. We look at the back. That is unneeded. That. So dissolve that edges, or better say, delete these edges. Good. We go on with the others. So extrude, bring them to the Y. Get these lines on the side higher. So simply grab set, delete here the middle lines, delete edges, close the front. Good, we can delete here this both and the downline. So that are the rough basic meshes. We move them to the 5th layer back. So we have that. We take here this oven. They have too much words, so move them to the 7th layer, but before separate the selection by pressing P, and then M to move to the 7th layer. We go to the 7th layer, we see what we want to have, that is that, and that, and that, and that. So we simply P separate the selection, then we can delete these ones and only that left. So we simply have to search bridge adds loops, so that closed. Spacebar, search bridge edge loops, and you close that automatically. So that is the base mesh. So we can move that to the 5th layer. So file, save. Then we have on the 6th layer the roof. There is nothing to optimize, so move back to the 5th layer. So that is the ref house base mesh. Here we have to do some. Yeah, here it isn't connected, so we have to bring them both to 1. So merge at center. That here isn't real needed, so I must find out which one is the unneeded. That one here. Good. Think it has opened some that doesn't want to open, but we will see. So we go back here to word selection, and we see there are some unneeded ones, so that we can delete them simply. Here's one. Good. That should be closed. So after close, each window should be closed. Here you see he loses words. Wow. Good. These two you must dissolve, and these two you can delete, because they have no other connection to sub. But when you delete them, you delete also the edges, so only dissolve them. So, good. We can also dissolve that here, and that one, and that. No, that here, and that one. Good. So now we must look what we destroyed here. I think the complete site here is open. So we go here to, yeah, that I thought. So we simply click here now all that we can to connect this whole stuff. F to close, and that should be it. Yes. File, save. So we look at the first picture. That is all what was there. That is okay. So the fifth layer, all is there. The question is normally, can we take that here away? The entrance here, that's use much words. But when we remove them and only take it as a picture, it will look not correct. So we let that stand. Here we must close the windows. So we have that. Good. Now we delete here all materials. So that nothing is left, and we join all the junk stuff together, and then delete here all materials. You see the RAM will say thank you for that. So we should one time recalculate the normals on the shading UE. Then we should tools, remove doubles. 10 was there, now not. And we clean up the losers. 10 again. Less. Good. File, save as number 2. Sorry. backgrounds. Yeah, I don't know. Good. Back to layer 1. Front view. Camera. Orthographic. And to get the panel, set this to 90 rotation, that to 0, and that to 0, so we have the cam absolutely from front. Then we go to render menu and give them resolution 1024 and 1024, and that is enough for this huge texture. Then when you take only a piece of a texture, then 512 to 512 is enough. So numpad 0, we scale here as near as we can to get all on one picture. A little bit greater. Yeah, that can work. Good. File, save, and we render with F12. So that is good. We image save as image. We give them the name. It's mop3. Yeah, and optimize it. Optimize it. Wow, we have English. I want German. So, optimize it. Front. Save as. Good. So, numpad 0. Move it to the Y. Rotate, set 180. Steer on numpad. F12 to render. So I get a drink. We see the back with cut in. Oh, that's not so nice. So we simply make a little tweak and bring it higher. And maybe the other deeper. I don't know. Yes, wonderful render. Image, save as, and not front, we call it back. Save. Then escape, numpad 0 to jump out of the cam, rotate, set 90 degrees, bring it to the x-axis, a little bit to the y, numpad 0 to jump in the cam, grabbing to bring it in the middle, and render. That is now the right side, I think. Don't know it exactly. Now it's the left side. I must look. is the left side. Yes. So image save as left. Save as. Then move the cam to the other side, rotate set 180 degrees, bring it a little bit to the X, numpad 0, and render. Stop. That here is not good. We should take here this part deeper, that part more to the rest there. Okay, file, save, render, F12. Image save as. That's the right side. So save. Good. Escape. Numpad 0 to jump out of cam. We go to the 5th layer. There we have our house. We go in edit mode with tab. Then select A and deselect all. Then get face selection without the background. B for border selection. Now we have select all what is in front, but there are also you will see it later that we don't need. There is a side, so we have that here. We must look that we get all. Here isn't some marked, so we have to mark that manually. I think with C that should be go fast. Circle selection, and then go over it with hold it left mouse button, then it goes normally fast. Yep, that's good. Okay, then we unwrap that from view. We delete here this stuff, so we have here a house. A to select all. You see there isn't some selected, so A to select all. And then we say here the material should be new, and it should be mop3 front. It should be emission shader. It should be image. Open up them. Host up. We have saved them in our project folder. So in the mop order here, and we have to cut them out and bring them in our texture folder, main texture folder. That's here, and there we place it into. So now they are here and we can use them. So that is for the path. When you have a wrong path to the graphic, you will get a green house later, and not with these textures on, because the path is another. So now we look optimized front mop. That is it. That we search here too. mop3 optimized front. There is it. And now simply scale it that it fits. And then we have that. Now you see it isn't absolute correctly, so you have to look here very exactly to position that. See, here is too long, so we have to scale a little more and grab it more to position it new, and then that fits better from the front. That is okay. When you look from the side, it's creepy because we must do there some. Good. So we go to the back side, so Control 1 on the numpad, that's the back side. Edit mode tab, A to deselect all. Face selection without background selection, border selection, click all OK. Plus new mop3 back is the material name. We give here an emission. Why we do that? Because when you later see them, that is too dark, and so it is a little bit lighter and looks more natural. So it should be an image. Open up in the texture folder. That should be MOP back, MOP optimize back. That is it. So here it is not all selected, so double A to select that all, and then assign the house. We kick that house here and take the back, and we need here another unwrap. You see that isn't correct here, so U from view. Now you see the correct one, double A, and scale up to the size that you need. Grabbing, positioning, done. Good. Front and back is okay. Now the sides. Good. 3 on the numpad, that is the right side. We get a plus, we get a new mop3 right. It should be an emission shader, a file. In the texture folder, the right side is here. So what is now? We must assign that to the side. So we deselect all, we select and deselect again to get sure that nothing other is selected. Now we select here this whole right side, nothing else, and you see he has all other isn't marked. But in this case we have to mark here all this window into stuff, because when you get it only there, that will be look so, and there must be a texture for sure, and so we have to say them which texture that should be. Wow, we have here really errors then, but okay, something it is like it is sometimes. Here must be the same as there, and the backside also, so we have to give them that, and here the backside should be the same as on the other side. Here the same. That is the little tricky to understand, but I think when you think about that, that is logic, yeah. You must mark that what you will texture, and that must be textured. You can't say I don't texture the inner window stuff there. That don't look good. So I think we got all. So U to unwrap from view. Here you see it isn't all selected, so A to deselect, A to select all. MOP right side. Now scale up here. And we open up here the right side. So MOP right side. Then we scale up, grab it, bring it to position. A little bit higher, you see there is black. That means the texture isn't fit complete. So we move it as long as we see here nothing black on the top. And that is now the fact. Good. We have done that. Now you see the inner parts are the same like the outer stuff. That is what I mean here too. Good. The last thing is Control 3 on the numpad. That is the left side then plus new MOP left, MOP3 left. Okay. Then emission again and an image, open, texture, MOP left, edit mode, deselect all, select all, deselect all, border selection, bang, and look that we don't get wrong stuff selected with. No, it's all okay. So we can view and wrap from view. Here again deselect and select all, sign the left one, kill that here, and bring the other left side on, and simply scale up, and then position that. So now we have a nice textured house. Only thing we can do is bring here better textures on. So it means when we look here from top and from render that from view, and say here the left should be the original. Then we have here stone and this stuff too. Good. We done that all, and that is what it looks. You can make it here correct that it is not black, but who cares? I'm not. So 834 this house has, and that one has 9,000. So that is much difference. And that was it for this tutorial. Thanks a lot for watching. We see us in the next. Bye.